And finally, new rule, nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good.
Don't write me about Bitcoin, please. I don't give a f***. Don't ask me.
Bitcoin happens to use a lot of energy. It happens to promote anonymous transactions.
Bitcoin is not a currency.
Not bullish on Bitcoin.
You, John McAfee, believe in the power of Bitcoin. So much so that you'll put your on the table, chop it up, put it in your mouth, swallow.
If it doesn't reach at least $1 million.
99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are f***ing morons. That's just it.
What's it feel like to be a Bitcoin?
I don't have any Bitcoin.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the GM Show. Welcome. I'm your host, Matt Freeman. That's your host, Matt, over there. And
good morning.
I'm having an out-of-body experience right now. Yes, is anybody
Doing
out there?
trading
Anybody
places?
Anybody out there? Feels a little quiet around the cryptosphere today, but we are going to charge ahead with a couple of headlines. And but first, we're going to check out our website, gmdefi.xyz. This is where you can check and find out everything GM DeFi related, including more information about our trading indicator, the Kimono. This is an all-in-one indicator that shows you the 4 key parts of a market: trend, momentum, volatility, volume. Lots of built-in indicators here. And this is free. All you got to do is send us your TradingView username, and we will hook you up with the Kimono indicator. Anything you
Hook it up.
Hook it up.
No, well, that's all I want to add. Yep.
Wrangle 'em, boy. I'm going to play a little nice, let me get the music going. Okay. Ethereum Decentralization is at great risk as Amazon hosts 52% of all nodes at their data centers. Ethereum and Solana decentralization is not what it seems, according to this report. It looks like Amazon Web Services accounts for 69% of all nodes located in data centers, which is pretty crazy. And
send it to 0. Oh shit.
I mean, Amazon is probably, I don't know, are they the biggest cloud server host in the world? I mean, they probably are. I think that they're the largest. So, I mean, it would make sense to me, but you would also probably want to diversify. I mean, the nodes are probably spread between a bunch of different data centers. So it's not like you would have one major outage that would affect the entire system. If one data center was affected, you probably wouldn't notice it. So I don't think this is a major issues, but yeah, I mean, it's the internet. It's hosted on servers. They've got to be somewhere. Do you want them in Vitalik's basement? I sure don't. But I don't know where you could put these that would be less risky, I guess. I mean, probably what should happen is Ethereum should probably start to build out their own data centers at some point if they're serious about all this. I
was about to say, why don't they just have their own,
Yeah, it seems to me like they should build out their own, so they have a bunch of nodes. Maybe it's a less of a percentage on Amazon Web to host, but
maybe
they've also
not all
got their
of
own
it,
nodes.
right?
It'd be good to diversify your nodes, people. That's what seems like.
But how much? What percentage of Ethereum?
69%.
Maybe that's on purpose, though, to get that percentage.
Also, check this one. 95% of all Solana nodes are hosted in data centers, and 72% of them are pretty much with one of these 3 major providers. So, yeah, but I mean, this doesn't blow my mind. I didn't know this, but it's not totally mind-blowing to me. So I mean, I guess you could host a node in your you could have everyone hosting nodes in their basements and their living rooms, but yeah, I think it doesn't surprise me at all that most of the nodes are on all of these centralized cloud service providers. Not surprising. Google is putting big money into crypto companies and startups. Alphabet Inc., one of the world's largest conglomerates, appears to be investing more in blockchain than the crypto community. Oh, that's an interesting way of saying that. So what are they doing? That's the real big question. They've invested over 1.5 billion in blockchain firms since September of 2021. So, I mean, in essentially a year, a little less than a year, 1.5 billion. Wow. What companies are they investing in? We could take a little bit of that money.
That's what I want to know. Yeah. What are they investing?
I don't need $1 billion. I could take just a little slice of that. Sounds like the companies they've invested in include digital asset custody, Fireblocks, blockchain video game maker, Dapper Labs, Bitcoin infrastructure providing firm Voltage, and venture capital company Digital Currency Group. So we got to go hit up Digital Currency Group. It sounds like they've got a bunch of that money to probably give out to companies.
Giving it out.
Just handing it out. According to the data, more of the top 100 public companies have invested in blockchain firms. They're silently in crypto already, is the quote there. So yeah, of course, these large companies are, I mean, they're not just like ignoring it completely, the blockchain, especially these large, tech companies. They just do things quietly. They're not like everybody in crypto Twitter that just shouts everything that they're doing at the top of their lungs. It's kind of like OpenSea. They quietly do things, They're not MagicEater. They don't have a MagicEater intern. Let's look at this real quick. Coinbase has updated their Coinbase wallet so that users can now bridge assets between Ethereum and Polygon directly in the browser extension with no Coinbase fee. So that's kind of nice. That makes it a little bit easier to get people into the Polygon ecosystem. Not really sure why they chose to build this into the app of all things, but interesting nonetheless. So yeah, I like having more features within my wallet. That's cool. I don't use Coinbase Wallet, but I downloaded it and looked at it. It's very similar to MetaMask essentially. But MetaMask would be awesome if there was more bridging built into MetaMask. That'd be cool too. So,
yeah, for sure.
But Yooka Labs announces their plan for the merge. They tweeted out a message yesterday in regards to the upcoming Ethereum merge in September, saying that they will know that the intention will be to only recognize NFTs on the proof of stake Ethereum chain in the event of a proof of work fork that is viable for NFT trading. So essentially they're saying if things fork and people are trying to still like mint or trade NFTs on the proof of work chain instead of on the new proof of stake chain, they will not recognize those NFTs apparently. Says the team cites that the NFT license will be connected to the proof of stake token, and any upcoming utility attached to Yooka Labs NFTs will be connected to those proof of stake tokens. So just clarifying essentially that if the merge results in like a fork where the people are split on two chains and are doing things on both chains, still they're just not going to recognize, I guess, anything that's outside of the proof of stake as being official, is what it sounds like.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, and so this means that there'll be like two, the NFTs will duplicate one on each chain, right?
It kind of sounds, yeah. I mean, I'm guessing, yeah.
So that's gonna be fun for a lot of different people.
Yeah,
I know. I know, man. I knew this. This could be a shit show. I don't know.
I like shit shows. This could be fun.
It could be. I think it's fun to like maybe we just talk about like
send it to
Y2K. It's like when the merge happens, everything's gonna collapse, man, because now you're gonna have two sets of
That's
NFTs
what we should
of
start
everything,
doing
man.
for the views.
It's like Y2K of NFTs. It's like it's gonna the merge. It's gonna destroy
Merge.
everything, man. And then it'll happen, and then probably nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Y2K. I remember those. That was the good old days.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Bored Ape, this was NFTs are nice. Menace to Society posted this last night. Is this thing working? Who's up? Is BAYC at 0 yet? So many questions, but no answers. There's just been a lot of Bored Ape FUD. And we're going to look a little bit more at this and look at the charts. But I do want to just show that, top 24-hour floor dumps. You've got Bored Ape Yacht Club pretty high up at the up there, as along with Mutant Ape Yacht Club. The floor sitting around 72 on Bored Apes. So man, just taking a beating, Yooka or Bored Apes. And I think, it's the FUD around that. I'm telling you, the Nazi stuff keeps coming up in spaces. I'm hearing more and more people talking about it. And I think there were people that didn't even really know about it yet still, and are all finding out still more about it. And I just think it's snowballing to the point of where it's creating a FUD cloud. There's the Nazi thing. There's the lawsuit with Polly and Ryder Rips. There's also the spaces that took place like 2 nights ago that everyone is saying was really lackluster and just was not making them feel bullish at all. So it's just,
they're kind of boring right now.
It's boring. And that's so funny because somebody else said that in a space last night. They said, it's a little boring right now, but that's usually when something happens with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's what they were saying. And of course, he had a Bored Ape PFP, so he may have been coping. But it is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So I guess, what did you expect? It's boring.
Well,
the Bored Apes.
I think it's a bit of a boring project. I mean, they have a cool event once a year, and then they're building a metaverse world. All right, cool. They have some cool, interesting things with ApeCoin, but none of that's really released yet, as far as like staking and stuff like that. So they're in their own like kind of winter season where there's not really much going on for them. There's no event coming up for them to hype about. The game is kind of like sporadic tests right now. There's nothing really coming out about that. No new news about the whole staking thing with Ape. It's just kind of
boring right now. Yeah,
it's boring.
It's in a lull. Yeah, it's in a hype lull for sure. And because NFTs, there's so much of it is about like keeping the hype cycle going. The price of NFTs really relies on. I mean, it's like one of the greatest examples of like value being subjective, right? And it's like, it's all about how much do people think your thing is valuable at that moment, your NFT project. And if there's no hype around it, people just start to lose confidence. I don't know. It's interesting to see how things are just going with these top projects. These like blue chip projects are all undergoing their own like little FUD cycles here right now. And I think it'll be interesting to see how we pull out of it. But like I said,
how deep does it go?
Maybe at the most boring point. Maybe we're at the bottom of the boring trough for Bored Apes, and something is about to happen. Maybe the game's about to drop. Who knows? But we'll look a little bit more at NFTs here in a bit. We're gonna go over to the charts for right now and see what the market's doing.
Let's check it out. All right, Bitcoin. All right, yesterday broke the trend level. Broke down, my whole thing is yesterday titled my TA, and yesterday I was tweeting, and it's really just a question of is the trend no longer our friend here? It was pinching in here, and it was a big question on which direction is going to go. Is it actually going to move up here and get some higher highs, or are we stuck? Are we gonna be coming back down, challenge, and get rejected? Yesterday my big thing was this guy right here broke down, came up and challenged, got rejected. But maybe we're challenging it again here. We have higher highs and higher lows on these candles here. So let's see let's see what happens. I entered in a long here just because I'm not, I was like, hey, high risk. This is a high risk long. Okay, this is just I see here in the 4-hour we have an oversold signal here, and this is Bitcoin that we're talking about. We're rejecting off of the low volume low here. So to me, I'm saying, okay, we're rejecting off of solid support, rejecting off of the volume low, and we're getting an oversold signal on the 4-hour. I was like, okay, let's see what happens. We're gonna go long. Going long, and then basically tight stop loss. Basically, it's like I'm getting out if it starts getting lower lows, essentially, right? And then from there on, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take some profits here at this point of control on our volume. What is this? The fixed volume, right?
Yeah,
fixed range volume. I was like, what
there
is
you
it?
go.
Range? Yes, it's range.
Yes.
All right. The point of control here probably going to be, and it's right here by this fib level. Nice little take profit level. And up here with this node that kind of ejects out would probably be another take profit, just because it could bounce down from here as well. And then of course you got potential higher highs up here. But it's, I don't know. This is a high risk one. I have no idea if this is going to actually come up. I don't have like a divergence or anything, right? It could take a while, kind of type deal. If it's going to make it up there, but it could easily it could really get rejected here and we start coming back down. Daily is looking, right. We've been in this retrace, came back down. Basically, came really close to tapping this fib level. Again, it really just hit this bottom of this range, right? It just hit the volume low, and we could be rejecting. We could just be still playing within this range. And right here on a daily, right, we're just trying to get back into this wedge here. But the fact that it broke down for me is big red flags that if we cannot get back into this like today and tomorrow, it's like,
Yeah,
just cut it, just cut the turd, and then we're going short. You know what I mean?
Drop the anchor.
If we go down low, like what could we be expecting here? We have these fib levels here that bring a lot of there's confluences. Let's bust out. Let's find some more. Basically, let's pull out this guy. Let's say I'll do this whole range, and this seems like it could bounce here because this is where most of volume happened, is down here. So it's like at some point, I imagine price is going to want to dip down to these levels again. Here at the point of control matches right up in the same area as our fib level 2. Down here, volume low right here in this fib level here. So these are golden pockets right in between all that. So it's like it just looks real juicy down here. Looks real juicy to be coming back down here. So again, I'm in a long, pretty risky. I'm gonna probably scalp, probably take more if I get into profit, hit those profit levels. I'll probably take more of a percentage off, just because I'm not really. You could just be a wake up kind of thing if I get it. Not super confident, very high risk. So we could be, again, I'll be ready just to take a short and ride this whole thing down. So yeah, we'll see what happens then with Bitcoin here today. Let's go to Ethereum. Jeez Louise, I went with ham with the levels yesterday. Right, so the yellow levels I have here are weekly levels, and then I have some daily levels in orange. And with Ethereum, we're really just bouncing off of this weekly level here on the daily, and this level is just a strong support and resistance on oh yeah. And then I have my SVP. No, what
SVP.
what do I have?
Huh?
Well, I have oh no, just kidding. I thought I had an indicator on, guys. Sorry, I don't. So anyways, so here with our volume, we have this for our range here in on Ethereum. I mean, again, like it's just about the bottom, lots of confluence on this level, right? It's the bottom, volume low, hitting the weekly level. We got a bounce, right up challenge to the point of control. So we could just be ranging here. Maybe we get a pump here. Again, let's go down to the lower time frames. And I have all these EMAs up. Let's turn those off for now. Here on lower time frames, came up, challenged resistance and got rejected so far, right? Challenged it, got rejected. This would have been a great little short in that golden pocket to take. But here on the 4 hour, we could be putting an oversold signal. So, this, and we are, it's not like this candle is closing lower or anything. So, we could still get through here and, come back up in this range, maybe another one. So I'm looking to see what, because again, we're getting confirmation that we have a bounce. We could be getting an over sold signal. See, like here, this one was a fake out because it's like I saw that we could get I saw that we could get a pump up here and whatnot, so I took this trade. But usually I wouldn't because we were in the middle of the range, right? And then also I knew that we'd probably, it wasn't on my key level of support. And so now it's like, okay, it's hitting my key level support. I'm getting the signal to buy here on the kimono wave. On this short, I did not take this short on Bitcoin, yes. But on Ethereum, I did not, because by the time this was printing, it already hit my level of it was already too late. It was just too late. It hit my level of support. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, if it already hit it. So I'm really glad I didn't. Made some smart trades so far, really using these levels and the kimono wave and volume. And I'll have more kind of like tutorials on all of that a little bit later. But yeah, it's just we're getting a lot of confirmations here that we've hit our key levels, and we're getting signs on these lower time frames that we could be starting to see number go up. So but again, we have a lot of resistance up ahead on Ethereum and Bitcoin that we've got to get through in order for us to really be confirmed that. So any longs right now taken could be good positions, but they also are high risk ones. So keep that in mind, and just get ready to short it. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at some of these levels. I'm like, yeah, man, wish I would have shorted this golden pocket up here, right? Mm-hmm. That would have been great, because see, basically you're just playing in this fib, and this fib is basically in between right point of control here on the volume and low volume here. So anyway, nice little scalp opportunities happening all the time. Ape, let's check out Ape. So Ape, I had his buy signal last night. I did not take it. I should have. I always do that, man, because it's like I see this happening like the night before, and then I'm like, I don't know if I should sleep on it or not, and I didn't, and I should have.
Well, and
You
look at that.
just, you
You had a bullish divergence there.
I
where
know,
you
I saw it.
had
I know,
the
dude. I know,
price
I
coming
saw it all
down.
happening.
Yep.
I know, I saw it. I was
Lower
like, here's
lows,
bullish
higher lows.
divergence,
Yeah.
right? We had lower prices.
Yeah.
The
Lower lows,
momentum's coming
higher
up.
lows. Yeah.
Not to mention, it hit the golden pocket that I was waiting for, right? Because here
Mhm.
I didn't buy it because I was like, okay, it's bouncing here. Maybe it picks up here, but I'm not buying it because it didn't really hit this level, which is much more. It's just, I don't know, English here. 0.618 is stronger in my opinion than the 6.5. All right, it just
Mhm.
it just seems to be like price loves to hit that, and it's really, they call it the golden pocket, because in between this you could just put an order in the middle
Yeah.
and you'd probably be safe, you know.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's I shoulda, coulda, woulda. It was but yeah. Anyway, it is what it is.
Can't
Right
catch
now,
'em
it
all.
still is trying. It's got can't catch them all. It's gotta still get through this level of support. But hey, it's looking pretty good here. RSI is still pointing up. VWAP pointing up. Money flow pointing up. So APE looks like it could be getting a pop. It definitely has failed this trend. So I would say that trend is no longer there. I'm just going to delete that. It's not a friend anymore. Just ignore it. It's not a friend. So yeah, I mean, now you got to pull out and say, okay, what's some more macro trend for APE here? On the daily, I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, you pull it back out, take a step back. You look at the daily. The trend is your friend still. Would you look at that?
Oh wow.
Would you look at that? Freeman, look at that. The
Oh,
trend
wow.
is your friend on APE, bro.
It
You
always
just had to
is your
step
friend.
back. You
The
just
trend
had to
is
step
always
back.
your friend. Sometimes it's just sometimes the trend just changes. That's all.
Yeah. So it looks like it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's still being
we're
in a channel there.
still good.
Yep.
Yeah. Just hit the golden pocket. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeet.
Higher highs. Let's go.
Mm. Oh wow, we're feeling bullish all of a sudden on this show.
Bro, I'm just saying, look at APE here. All right.
Oh, I'm
VWAP on a daily pointing up. It is green money flow. Looks like it's starting to trend up. This wave could be cresting over 12-hour. We have a freaking. I'm going in APE. I'm just buying. Like, I'm doing it now.
It's going 100x
3,000.
long right now. Yeah, it's going 100x long.
And yeah. Well, not 100x. Come on, be responsible.
Oh boy. Well, I'm making notes. Don't worry, I'm making notes.
I should have got it last night, man. I'm beating myself up. Everything was telling me to do it, and I'm gonna get rid of that rule, man. I'm done with that rule.
Oh, the not overnight rule.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Good. Wow.
Taking that
End of an era.
off. It's end of an era. Yeah, it's done.
Well, any other tokens?
Our
pricings?
big winners, big losers. Right now, yeah, APE right now might be the biggest winner.
Wow.
Yeah, 4%. It's the one I didn't freaking buy, of course. Near is up to yeah, no, it just seems like a pretty stale market right now. It's just around 1% ups and stuff. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen what the S&P 500 and stuff like that's looking, but you know, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what New York's doing. I haven't checked that yet, but it looks like number could be going up today. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Oh, APE. I missed out on APE hard.
Yeah, we're the market is in an interesting place right now. That's for sure.
Well, you know, there is it to me. I see more levels up that we want to tap before we start getting a strong retrace back down. You know, like with Bitcoin, right? We have this macro golden, like this right here is where I'd imagine, or even here, confluences. This is a strong level here and here. All right, these two levels are big ones that I would expect Bitcoin to hit before we start making another move, like strong move down, potentially getting lower lows, right? When I say strong, I mean like a move that could get us lower lows. Because if you look, we pull back on the chart,
a lot of resistance, and those are important levels right there.
I mean, here's a level, right? We've come down, came back up, challenged it, got denied. We've only done 1, 2, 3, 4.
Four support levels down. Yeah.
We could get a little work down. Like, see.
Well, I mean, it could go up, hit that next resistance line, and then come back down and at least challenge the support again. I can see that for sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah. When you pull things back like this, it's just like, it probably what it's been doing, right?
Yeah.
Hits a strong level of resistance. It goes down. Here, it didn't even really get a chance to challenge. It just got these, this level here.
Yeah.
Got rejected. So it's, you'll pull it back and you're like, what's going to happen? Likely come up, challenge this level, maybe this level before we start potentially going down. So I'm thinking, this is just a nice dip to get back in it. Because, we have this trend here and this one that's kind of pinching in. And these ones pinching in is a bit scary because it could, reject and collapse and break the trend. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Crypto can do.
We need another pump to bring back some liquidity and some people. Everybody's out applying for jobs right now. So
there is a lot of FUD going on right now. And I mean, like at Bitcoin again, I kind of am repeating myself now, but it's just like right now we're in this range, and right now we're at the bottom of the volume.
Yeah.
So it's like let's go. Let's get this back up to the top.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get higher highs.
I agree. Let's get higher highs, everybody. Who could argue with that? Who could argue with that?
I'm gonna go get higher. So
okay. Well, with that said, let's hit the intermission.
I'm just getting higher throughout the day just to help the market get higher. It's like what's her name has like the moons and stuff like that on whether or not she's trading, and I got my getting stoned kind of thing. So
how dare you?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Is like if I don't do my morning stoner rituals,
then the market will collapse.
The market will tank.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Oh man. Okay. Well, go get high.
So notice that if I'm not smoking on that day, guys, sell everything you got. It's your sign.
Okay. Yes. Oh man.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, not financial advice.
Don't take financial advice from stoners.
Before Matt takes us in a bigger hole, let's before the market goes bullish on Matt's sentiment, let's hit the intermission and we'll be right back. What?
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say to tank the market right now?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Okay. Good morning.
About Bitcoin? No, tell me. The crypto money. Be on your phone.
Okay.
And we're gonna sweep the floor with the Bitcoin. So better believe it. Better believe it. Bitcoin. Go to the moon. Mark Cruz. Not this time. I stay on Earth.
Happened yesterday. Today's the day. Go out there. Don't take shit from nobody. You got a dream, fucking live it. Live it. And if they don't want to be a part of your dream, fuck it. Throw them off the railing. Who gives a fuck? At the end, it's you against the fucking world. You follow me? And then it's you against you. So you got two fucking wars you're fighting at one time. Smoke a little reefer, write your notes, do your 22 push-ups, and tell the world, you know what? You better fucking hide in camouflage, because I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
Perfect.
I've got an offset carrier here. I think it's audio.
Well, plug it in. Plug it in.
Center that segment.
Centering. Can you clean it up any more than that, Fish? I'm working on it.
What the hell?
Try zooming out. All right, freeze.
Reverse values.
Try zooming out again. Rotate 90 degrees counterclock.
Watching GMT.
Thank you guys for sticking around and liking, subscribing, and sharing the show, of course, while Matt finishes refilling his coffee cup or doing whatever he might be doing. We will take a look at the NFT market this morning. Let's get our music going again. And yeah, we had the biggest volume was Bored Ape Yacht Club, even though the floor price is going down, but those are just people selling with 558 ETH in the past 24 hours. CryptoPunks now getting close to flipping Bored Ape Yacht Club here. CryptoPunks with a 68 ETH floor, creeping up towards, or I guess Bored Ape is kind of creeping down towards CryptoPunks. Moonbird Oddities had a huge takeoff, and the Moonbirds looks like this is a spelling or a misprint here with 1.2 ETH. It's more around, I think, 12 still. But Moonbird Oddities got a little pump because I guess, oh, Matt is back. Oh, hello. Good GM. Yeah, I guess Moonbird Oddities got a little pump here because a report that Kevin Rose in a private future-proof town hall mentioned that there would be some burning going on with Moonbird's Oddities, a burn mechanic. So the Moonbird Oddities got a pump finally back up to over 1 ETH. I think, weren't these down? Yeah, these were at 0.8 at the beginning of yesterday, and on that news they pumped up to 1.23.
Oh.
So that's a pretty big pump, and I guess that's really where things are at right now, is that people just need any kind of news is what people want right now. Everyone is so bored. They just want something to happen.
Dude, what is up with CyberKongs, man?
Dude,
I was looking at them yesterday
pumping,
too.
bro. CyberKongs.
Yesterday I was like,
pumping.
what in the world, man?
You know, that's a
What
good
do they
question.
do?
What is going on with CyberKongs? That's a great question, and I don't actually have an answer for you on why these are all of a sudden pumping. But yeah, dude, geez, there was like nothing going on. Look at this, like
I
zero
know, man.
transactions.
It was so
And then
weird. I
yesterday,
just had no idea.
16 sales yesterday, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, he was on my radar yesterday of like, what is? I want to maybe get in on it, but
That's super weird, dude.
I got priced out. Everything was just like raging too fast. So
that would be worth looking into. I know Pudgy Penguins launched their own marketplace, so you can now buy Pudgy Penguins over there. You can also list to all of the other marketplaces at the same time. So I think they have like no fees or something for buying on their market. the Pudgy Penguins, but they'll let you also list it to the other markets on their marketplace too. So that's kind of cool. What else? El Pollito Pio. I have no idea what that is, but it was another yesterday. Yes, bro. Yes. That's
okay.
OpenSea updated their collection stats page quietly, like they do. They barely even said anything about it. And it looks a lot like now. I would say it took a long time to reload. Oh, that's surprising. That's always the case on MagicEater. I just want to pull these up. Actually, I want to compare the collection stats page between ETH and MagicEater now. Here's the MagicEater one. Here's the ETH one. They're very similar. Very, very similar. So yeah, I mean, it's an update, but again, like what we've been looking at the past couple days, this WGMI.io is way better, way superior to what OpenSea or MagicEater really have going on. And, you know, I saw that actually before I even discovered WGMIO, I didn't even notice this. And Dekenza, he's not watching today. Because he's absent. He's tardy. But he actually had mentioned in the suggestions area of our Discord that we should reach out to WGMIO or WGMI.io for a sponsorship, because he was saying they sponsor some shows and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know how I didn't see that till yesterday, but he posted that like 2 weeks ago. So that was interesting. But yeah, I didn't know that they do that, and maybe we'll look into that. Maybe
I love WGMI, dude. It's awesome.
Matt's like, let's shill it. Okay.
No, I'm serious. I'm not. We're not even. They are not sponsoring us, and I'm telling
they might sponsor. They can sponsor us. I love them.
Well, see, this is where I found that CyberKongs was just like the spread on the offers, and just like how it's just like moving. It was crazy, and I found that on here. No, but it's pretty sweet, man. I mean, I'm a fan. My favorite part is the spread, the difference between best
the spread
offers.
Is awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah,
because that's where I like to. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now as with NFT trading. It's just getting it well below floor and then flipping it.
Dang,
just
dude,
above
Moonbirds
floor.
right now. Moonbirds has a 1.95 ETH spread right now.
See,
guys, you guys could go arbitrage.
And that's a high volume project
right now.
So if you did, but you got to do like high volume projects like that. Like the thing is, you could find spreads, like nice spreads on tons of projects, but they're like nothing burgers. So you got to make sure it's a high volume.
Yeah, that's why Moonbirds is actually a great opportunity, in my opinion, not financial advice, because there's so much volume too. Look at that. In the past day, 377 ETH. So that's one that's because has that nice discrepancy there.
Yeah, exactly. And if you could try to snag a project that, you know, is in a dip or something, and you can try to ride the
Neo Tokyo's isn't too bad too. You got a 1.72, and that one's only 4 ETH, and they've had some volume, 15 ETH in volume. It's not too bad.
That's a good one.
See, we just did an ad for WGMI.io. So we're never going to do this again. We're never going to show this page again unless you guys start paying us. That's a little message.
Okay.
Hopefully that works. This was the Lonely Listener Club. Remember, we talked about this. We didn't, of course, we were just like, we're just going to watch what happens. Well, the public mint ends in an hour, and we're only at 37% minted. 1,500 out of a 4,000 project. This was a one soul mint.
That is expensive, man.
It's expensive-ish. I mean, it's funny because in Solana, that is expensive. 1 or 2 Solana
that's what I'm saying.
is
yes,
expensive. Solana.
That's what I'm saying.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm talking in Solana.
I know. Isn't that funny? It's funny.
ETH, this would be like, why are you doing it for free? I get it.
But yes, this is a price here. But it also, I think, shows. I mean, maybe there wasn't enough hype and confidence in this idea. I don't think there was a lot of hype, but the artwork's just okay. And also, I think the market is at an all-time low. I mean, we are just there's not people are in Solana are waiting for Utes, and other than that, they're working at their jobs. They're going home and they're loving their children and their wives. They're not
touching grass and shit.
Yes, they're not doing anything right now. So I think the NFT market, the volume is very low right now. What are we at, Solana? 23. 23 million SOL is what we're at right now for the total volume. But in the past 24 hours, that's what I was looking for. 38,000. That's very low. 38,000 Solana in the past 24 hours is very low on MagicEater. So we're at a very, very low volume right now. So I think that's probably also part of the problem here. There's like no one has even tolerance for this. I mean, it's really wild to see where we've come in like this year. I mean, going from every day there being hype mints, pretty much almost every day there was a hype mint, even just on ETH. But if you had been looking at Solana too, which we weren't really, but there was also the same thing going on over there, where it was every day there was a new mint and people were just minting and trading like crazy, man. The volume was insane. So it's really it's wild to see how low the volume is getting. It's like it's just like a lake that is slowly drying up over time. This is how it feels.
Yeah, because NFTs kind of suck.
Well, it's just there's not the liquidity right now in the market. There's just not, and it's like there were those big news stories like Beeple, selling for tens of millions of dollars, and Bored Apes. There was all this hype during the bull market, and these were mainstream media articles about all this stuff, and so it was more hype during the bull market, and I think that brought a lot of people into NFTs. But most people are not going to be in the market
because if they
period.
Because ETH went up, and so they're like, well, I'd rather have ETH than my fucking NFT that's just sinking.
And even before that, even just the market going down to the point it has, I think was the first thing. It's like most people left in the past couple months. That the most paper hands were gone by August, and I think then this little relief rally has then given everyone who was still in NFTs then was like, finally, we're having a relief, and I just am desperate to get some profits here, so I'm going to take out right here and stable up, and because also there's this fear that we might go back down too. So I think there's a couple forces at work there, and people are stabling up in a lot of cases right now that are don't feel comfortable doing trading. So it's an interesting.
I mean, the thing is, I'm like the shit tokens and crypto. I mean, it's like, it's people are flowing into different markets right now, and it's interesting. It's like, you do see signs that we're close to the top of this rally, and we could be start seeing number go down again. But I mean, it is like, money's still flowing
I'm not getting overly excited about the altcoins yet until I see that the bull rally has more power behind it. Because I just not confident that I don't want to get into a bunch of random new shit coins and then have the market just tank back down, maybe even lower than it already went. And I mean, that would just those shit coins would get absolutely obliterated, I'm guessing. So I think I'm certainly in a position of caution as far as anything besides the top couple tokens, is really all I'm really looking to mess around with, so it's
me too.
It's interesting. So market is in a very, very weird spot. I think that's all I've really got. Let's just kind of look real quick. Just gonna check out the price of
I was going to talk about the Ben DAO. If you want to talk about
check
the
out
Ben
the Ben
DAO.
DAO. Okay, what is the Ben DAO?
So it was interesting. It came to my
right. You showed, you sent me
attention.
this yesterday. Right. Okay. Yeah. Give us
Yeah, so the bend down. So basically, this is what this is you can use your NFTs for collateral and loans and stuff. And essentially, it's like almost like 3% of apes are in here. They've been put up for collateral for loans and stuff. Now, the problem, what's happening right now is that these are starting to get liquidated, right? The loans are starting to go into default and they're starting to get liquidated. So it's interesting. So basically, you can borrow, ETH and all this kind of type stuff. And it's also interesting because you could even buy borrow to just buy expensive NFTs and by putting anyways. It's an interesting app. Probably a bad idea to use NFTs as collateral.
Right.
At all, it's probably not a good idea. But I mean, let's look. I mean, if we went to
probably not a good idea. Yeah.
But you could get look at these. So these these are essentially NFT that are being liquidated. So the owner of this NFT has to pay their debt, has to pay their loan before this is auctioned off, or else it goes to the highest bidder. And these people are scalping these NFTs for like an ETH below floor. It's like, especially with these doodles, it's like, yeah, right now this one's at 61704. I don't even know if that's really changed overnight. Doodles floor 7.4. I mean, this would be an amazing flip if you can get it. Here again, about an ETH below floor. Here, you're still an ETH before floor. Here you go. This guy must be more rare or something for people to be bidding him up like crazy. Anyways, it's pretty darn cool because I mean I'm seeing like a lot of great deals happening over here and a lot of doodles right now. Look at all these doodles getting liquidated. It's crazy. And last night at APE I saw. So if we go to auction history, these are all of these were freaking NFTs that got liquidated. But let's do
crazy.
Let's share that like some mutants that I saw here, and we'll do descending. So this guy was up yesterday. The auction ended at like last night, and I was so the auction ended last night. I'm assuming it's like if there's like a certain amount of time that it extends the bid for other people to kind of get in the last kind of type deal. You know what I mean? So looks like it was at 13.45, and someone actually got it for 13.58. So just about maybe at that time it was close to an ETH on the floor. I know the price has gone. I think it's like 14.2 now or something for the apes floor, for the mutants floor. But still, nonetheless, so it's like, hey, you could get some deals on here, and as you can see, it's just kind of like it's fascinating. So anyways, I was gonna try this site out and see if we can get some see the doodles here. This guy was sold what looks like this morning, 7 ETH. This sold for 7. This guy 6.69, 6.4, 6.4, 6.1. Right. So you just gotta have to. It's interesting. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Get these liquidated NFTs because there's going to be a lot of them.
It's an interesting idea. Yeah, it's an interesting, another little interesting arbitrage opportunities. It's always fun to be on the lookout for different little arbitraging opportunities. And I think there's a lot of them out there, a lot that are kind of undiscovered. Like this is This is, I think, a relatively undiscovered.
This just is like, to me, I'm into this because this is like garage sailing. I'm essentially sitting here scrummaging around some, like, trying to find some
Hey, that's like
NFTs
what
that
we
are
were
being
talking
sold
about,
on
like
the floor.
the rugged NFT projects, like making a marketplace for that. That's the same kind of thing. It's like garage sale NFT projects, you know. It's like, who wants to own an NFT project? We got a bunch for sale here. They need love. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, but I like this. I like this because yeah, just the arbitrage opportunity that's there. That could be a pretty good way to make some nice consistent gains.
Yeah, yeah, you just gotta try to win these bids. It's like eBay or being an eBayer.
I wonder how many people are bidding like on each of these.
So I was just looking at the auction history, and I guess this is actually the one of those I was looking at, right? This is 2124.
You know,
so I was looking at it, I'm like, I actually don't think I don't think that this is actually history of finished.
Are these live? Oh no, it says auction history.
No, but 2124. So this is just history of every bid that's happened.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so it isn't just only the final ones they're kind of showing here.
Okay.
I wish I could like click on it and they could show me that.
Yeah, like go to the page for it. Yeah.
I wonder what is this?
I wonder if there's more of these. There probably is. I think there's something like this on Solana. I know because some people make fun of Solana Sweeper for renting his OK Bear.
So the health factor here. So these health factors. So basically, it's like once it gets to like a 1.02, I think it is. Then it's like, okay, you're in threat of getting.
That makes sense. That reminds me of the AVE. The AVE health factor.
And right now, if you look, we are a lot in high risk of liquidation.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Look at all these apes, guys. All these apes are going to be flooding the floor. Apes and doodles flooding the floor.
Yeah. Which is interesting to think about what it could do to the price of those assets if all of a sudden there's a bunch of these hitting the floor. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah. Yeah,
Let's
man.
see here if I did. Or is it 1.2? Maybe it's 1.2. That's where you're in risk of audit.
Oh.
But yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's 1.2, 1.02. That's a lot, dude. Still, it's like, look at all these. These are all really high risk right now.
Yeah.
Health factor is really bad. So,
you know what's funny?
Yeah,
we got hit up by an NFT live auction site where they do live auctions where people host them. Actually, they hit us up wondering if we wanted to maybe host like a live NFT auction.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so that's an interesting little thing too. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting site. Look at this Nazi. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. This is the problem. Whether it's true or not, this is the problem.
Because they have rainbow suspenders. Is it a gay Nazi?
Yeah. Bro, yeah, I guess.
Or just a pro pride Nazi?
I guess.
Abe's going to zero. I love it. Like these top projects. it's like the top projects.
Kansas are going to
ran
1E.
by Nazis. The Zookies is from a fucking rugger. The founder is a goddamn rugger, and it's just like all these damn projects are just like they're all going to zero.
We're getting close to capitulation, folks. We're getting close. I don't know if you can hear it in our words.
Yeah, look at all of these. All of these are going to zero, man. Because look at all of these are just going to be hitting the floor. You think the floor is dropped already?
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, that's what's going to be fascinating is when what happens to the floor prices when all these liquidations come
Because
through.
everyone's calling their dets. They're like, "Hey, you owe me.
I know, dude.
Give
There
me
was a
my
lot-
money."
There was a lot of debt. And yeah, man. Wow.
Anyway,
yeah, fun. What a way to end the show. Okay, so
kind of fun to liquidate people and sell their NFTs on floor.
Yeah, well, again, there's arbitrage opportunities. One man's liquidated asset is another man's scalp. So I guess that's it though for today. We hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for joining us. We will be back here for the last show of the week tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have a great day. GM, everybody.
Good morning.